Hey guys, All in Crypto here and welcome back, ladies and gents, for another YouTube video. In this video, I'm going to be giving you an Ethereum update. We're going to jump into the Ethereum chart and I'm going to be telling you why you have no reason to worry and what Ethereum is likely to do. I still believe that Ethereum is going to hit around about $4,000 in the very short term future. So we've said, perhaps by the end of May, you will see a $4,000 Ethereum. It could be at the start of May. In the kind of April and May time frame, you are going to see Ethereum reach these $4,000 levels, in my opinion. How can I say that when we've sold off? For those of you who are watching the cryptocurrency market, we've sold off from around about $2.2 trillion and are currently sat at $1.83 trillion. So we've had a significant sell-off. I've spoken to you guys on a number of occasions about sell-offs. Anyone that's worried out there, please go and watch my prior videos. Go and have a look like 8 months ago when we were talking about sell-offs that were occurring there before Bitcoin had even really reached its all-time highs. We were essentially telling you that pullbacks are a normal part of not only the crypto space but any kind of a market, and certainly in a bull market. And if we take a look at Bitcoin back in 2017, all these squares that I've highlighted for you, barring this one, are pullbacks up to 33%. This square here is April and May. This is really why we think that we are in for some bullish months with the months that we have coming ahead. Let's take a quick look at Ethereum. Let's start by looking at where it is today. Ethereum is currently sat at $2,273, down 11% on the daily and down around about 4.5% on the weekly, and has a market cap of $262.7 billion. In my opinion, guys, Ethereum is extremely undervalued. We're going to get into why that is in this video. We're going to first of all take a look at the charts, and then we're going to be discussing some upcoming news for Ethereum and why I believe Ethereum is going to perform exceptionally well. We know that we had the Berlin hard fork, but what does this really mean? People were talking about this yesterday as we were kind of breaking our all-time highs. I was looking at this and honestly, I said to my partner, I wasn't liking what I saw. Usually when we break all-time highs, we break it with some significant momentum. You did not see that with this breakout. It was very sluggish, and ultimately I had no kind of faith that it was going to last. This could be a shooting star that we are seeing, and I am kind of expecting a little bit more downside, but ultimately what I think is going to happen is something like this, guys. I think we're essentially going to bottom out, and then continue to impulse to the upside. I think we are in a confirmed bull market, in my opinion, guys. And ultimately, if we put it on a logarithmic scale, you can really see what is going on here. And I think there are innate differences. Everyone is always so worried that this bull market is over, that we're kind of like, at the top of a roller coaster waiting to come down the other end. This structure here, guys, does not look like 2017 when we had a kind of blow off top, and prior to that 2013 for Bitcoin. We are just not following that structure. This is the Ethereum chart. If you look at 2017 and you compare it to today, guys, we do not have a similar kind of structure forming. That is a blow off top. That is how you know that things are going parabolic and you've got this whole mania phase. I don't actually believe we've really seen that yet. Yes, we have had some explosive price movement to the upside, but if you take a look at Ethereum and you kind of zoom in, we switch it to a logarithmic scale, guys. One thing you will notice is, yes, we have somewhat failed to make a higher high on the short term, but we have also failed to make a lower low, which is an extremely bullish sign. So one reason we said Ethereum was going to sort of continue in an upwards movement, and it has been true so far, is you can really see, guys, that we've made lower lows and higher highs, higher lows, and higher highs, higher lows and higher highs, higher lows. We've failed to make a higher high currently on the short term, but one swallow does not a summer make, and we have actually failed to make a lower low. So in my opinion, this is still a bullish chart, guys. I am still, the trend for me right now is overall bullish. In Ethereum, you'll notice we've not sold off as significantly as other altcoins, the same way Bitcoin hasn't sold off as significantly as the alt market. Reason being is because there's more money in Bitcoin and Ethereum than there is in sort of the other altcoins. And remember, Dogecoin, guys, got to $50 billion in terms of market cap, so nearly a fifth of Ethereum's entire market cap. And Dogecoin is really not doing anything. There's certainly nothing built on it. Ethereum has so much going for it. Even though we have sold off, there is nothing fundamentally that has changed. In fact, things just get stronger and stronger. We saw the Berlin hard fork. This is going to lead into the London hard fork, where essentially you are going to see EIP 1559 be implemented, which could make Ethereum for a short period of time a deflationary, not necessarily a short period of time, but for a sustained period of time until we kind of get Ethereum 2.0, and even then we'll have to see what the kind of inflation deflation metrics work out to be. But essentially with the implementation of the fork EIP 1559, the London hard fork, which is set to take place in July, this is going to see the Ethereum actually become a deflationary asset. Now when you know, Ethereum has so many people backing it. It's got Raoul Pal. It's got a number of people. I mean, Raoul Pal came out and essentially said that Ethereum was, you know, the closest thing to sound money that he's ever come across. I don't necessarily agree 100% with that. However, what I do think, and one reason I think Ethereum is exceptionally undervalued, is it is a key player in the cryptocurrency market. A majority of, or a large portion of the entire crypto space is actually built on top of Ethereum and ERC20 tokens. And the majority of NFTs out there that are being minted are coming from the Ethereum network. So it's probably the most used in terms of smart contract capabilities and being built on cryptocurrency out there. I mean, if we take a look at the top 10, Uniswap is a ERC20 token, Tether is an ERC20 token. We don't have any more in the top 10, but if you go down, guys, you'll just start seeing loads of ERC20 tokens wrap Bitcoin. Chainlink is ERC20 token. And we can go on and on. So Ethereum is exceptionally useful, exceptionally valuable because it's so used. And we know that they have had sort of gas issues. Their network's relatively slow in comparison with others. But these are all fixable issues, or certainly claimed to be fixable issues. And we are going to start seeing the kind of sorting out of these issues. And really the Berlin hard fork, which is why everyone was kind of saying that it hit its all-time highs yesterday. Or surpassed its prior all-time highs yesterday. They were kind of linking this to the fact that the Berlin hard fork's been successful, and you know that as a result of this, the price is moving in an upwards direction. I just did not like for 1 second how slowly we were approaching our all-time highs. I'd like to have seen us break that with momentum, and that would have been a kind of confirming factor for me that we were indeed going to, you know, continue in an upwards kind of direction. However, we didn't see that. So a very sluggish Ethereum, a very kind of tired Ethereum. So I was kind of expecting this. And ultimately, like I say, guys, I wouldn't worry at all. I think you are going to see continuation to the upside after this sell-off. Really, that depends on a number of factors. It depends on what Bitcoin is doing. You do have news. A lot of people are saying that what's going on with Ethereum right now and the overall crypto market is directly as a result of Joe Biden coming out and saying that he's going to increase income tax to, I think, 36 or 30, sorry, not income tax, capital gains tax, which is what you kind of pay on your crypto gains, to like nearly 40%. I don't think that is necessarily going to be, for a start, I think that's only on households that have over $1 million or make over $1 million. And I don't think that's really going to be a catalyst for, you know, this market to crash. I think there's a collective of things. I think you had a lot of leverage longs originally when we saw Bitcoin crash that kind of flushed out, or that were flushed out and caused a bit of a sell-off, a lot of sell pressure coming from there. I think there's a collective of things. But as far as Ethereum is concerned, guys, like I say, you are failing to make a lower low right now, certainly on the daily time frame. This is good news in my opinion. If we drop it down to a shorter time frame, we could probably see that as well. But ultimately, you have no reason. Please don't get shaken out, guys. I'm not a financial advisor and I cannot tell you what you should or shouldn't do with your money. However, one thing that I can tell you is what I'm doing with my money, and I'm going to take full advantage of this dip the same way back in 2017 you should or would have took, with hindsight, advantage of every dip that happened there. You should, in my opinion, be taking advantage of this dip. Bitcoin, a lot of calls for Bitcoin to go to 43,000. Be very careful out there when YouTubers giving you sort of price targets and calls, because what they'll do is they'll give you a bullish and a bearish scenario, so they cover their kind of rear end, and essentially the likelihood is one of them will get filled, and then they'll go on about how right they were, etc., etc. Just remember what you're investing on, and I speak about this a lot on the channel, and it's becoming more and more it's becoming more and more apparent to me that everyone is really only here for the money, which I don't think there's a problem with at all. It's why I initially got into the space. But really, you need to have a little bit of an understanding of what you're investing in and why it's so revolutionary and changing the world, and what the monetary value is going to be as a result of that in the long term, down the road. You need to understand certain variables like inflation and what that does to fiat currency, and why, it's a safe bet in many respects to be in cryptocurrencies. Even though cryptocurrencies are an exceptionally volatile asset, you need to have a bit of sort of background. We will give you that on this channel, and the reason we do that is because we care about you. We don't give you any referral links. We haven't got a Patreon. We don't want anything from you other than that you take this information and hopefully better your life with it. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. It's all my opinion, but I'm here to share it with you. So big things coming for Ethereum. I think this is a short-term sell-off and is just going to be totally irrelevant in the long term. The only people that really need to worry about these kind of sell-offs are traders. Certainly people with leverage long positions, they would have got wrecked. You should never... I think if you know what you're doing, perhaps, but the amount of people, everybody that I know that knows what they're doing when it comes to trading has a story of them getting wrecked going leverage long, and it's usually quite a painful lesson to learn. So, like I say, guys, this was just a really quick update. I thought I'd kind of get on here, get in front of you, and tell you what I believe is going on. This is going to be irrelevant in the long term. You have a lot of big things coming up for Ethereum. Ignore the FUD. They want you to sell your crypto to them so they can buy it and make money off it, and they can keep the poor poor and the rich rich. That's the aim of the game here, and if you haven't figured that out yet, I don't know what to tell you. That's all I have for you in this video, guys. I'm going to love and leave you, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next YouTube video. Thanks a lot for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. A like is always appreciated, a comment as well. I want to know your feedback, and it's crucial to me. And get subscribed to one of the fastest and realest growing YouTube channels out there, because we're bringing you regular content that is about as real as it gets, to be honest with you. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next YouTube video.